people on the air about is there a quid pro quo and does this rise to the level of impeachment? I now believe that it does. And
Okay.
I say it with great sadness.
Former Republican Governor John Kasich announcing he's now in support of impeaching President Donald Trump. The comments from Kasich coming after a shocking scene yesterday when the acting White House Chief of Staff said money was withheld from Ukraine on the condition of an investigation into former Vice President Joe Biden. Now, that man did walk back those comments hours later, but today shockwaves are being felt through Washington. Alice Barr reports.
The White House in cleanup mode today after acting Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney appeared to undercut President Trump's impeachment defense.
There's going to be political influence in foreign policy.
In a shocking admission, Mulvaney confirming the administration did delay military aid to Ukraine in part because the president wanted help with a Justice Department investigation into the 2016 election and an unfounded allegation that a Democratic Party computer server was in Ukraine. The Chief of Staff later walking those comments back.
I think he clarified it.
Claiming his words were misconstrued, even though they were on camera.
The look back to what happened in 2016 certainly was part of the thing that he was worried about in corruption with that nation. And that is absolutely appropriate.
But to be clear, what you just described is a quid pro quo. It is funding will not flow unless the investigation into the Democratic server happened as well.
We do that all the time with foreign policy.
Mulvaney hours later reversing with the statement there was absolutely no quid pro quo between Ukrainian military aid and any investigation into the 2016 election. Democrats aren't buying it.
Mick Mulvaney co-signed the confession to extortion that President Trump has already made.
Republican Congressman Francis Rooney saying today Mulvaney's words can't be undone. Quote, it's not an etch-a-sketch, whether dissected or dismissed. The Chief of Staff's words bringing a new focus to the impeachment probe. Alice Barr, NBC News, Washington.